What's up, everybody? Jerry with Bbig Trading here for another video. Tonight we're going to be talking about ticker symbol BBIG. Now BBIG stands for Venco Ventures Incorporated. It is one of the on the list of heavily shorted stocks and does have a following from the meme stock crowd, or the apes per se. Just going to be jumping into the Ortex data, going to be checking out the technicals, kind of forecasting where I could see this thing going to over the next few days, and just going to give you guys some kind of insight as to where I'm going to be looking in terms of entering a position for me personally. But again, keep in mind, none of this is financial advice. It is strictly for entertainment purposes only. But don't forget to hit up that like, smash that subscribe, and let's get this thing rolling. All right. So today, it finished up 2.09%. Let me go ahead and pull the chart. All right. So finished at 2.09% on the day, finished at $8.32, up 17 cents in the intraday. In the after hours, had a little bit of a dip, finished in the after hours at $8.19, down 13 cents or 1.56% there. Now, we do have a little bit of a cup and handle forming off this level of support around 777. Now, ideally, I'd like to see this in a consolidation phase just to continue to strengthen up that handle for the cup, or I'd like to see us kind of have a curl up and then potentially form another cup and then a handle, and then just slowly stair step our way up. Now, that's not always a guarantee, but like ideally, I'd like to see something like this where we have the cup and then we start forming the handle and then we start to stair step up a little bit. So ideally, if that happens, we do have levels of resistance around those even dollar marks, so around $9, $9.50, $10, $10.50, and so on. And ideally, I'd like to see us get up to that $12.49 range again. And hopefully this time, if we test it, we're able to break through. So, it's not always a guarantee, but it's definitely something to keep in mind. Real quick, let's jump over to the Ortex data. So the Ortex on the day, let me go ahead and flip this right there. All right, so Ortex, so the short interest change was just down 10.98%. So we had a return share amount of 5.5 million versus 2.38 million borrowed against, for a net borrow change of 3.11 million returned. The current short interest or free float for the intraday today was just under 24%. The cost to borrow minimum annual percent is currently at 0.37%. versus the max of 108.73%. So our cost to borrow average currently, as of where it is today, is 62.2%, which is still high. Keep in mind that that is based on a annual interest rate. That's not something that they pay weekly or monthly. It's based off of a yearly accrued interest rate. So the exchange reported short interest, just going to run through the numbers here, is up 34.87%, currently at 15.74 million. The free float on loan is up just under 2%. Same thing with the shares on loan, just up under 2%. Now, here's what's pretty significant. So the cost to borrow is still relatively high. We did have a little bit of a regression here. Now, because the shares on loan is continuing to stay up, and the cost to borrow rate is still high, I just think, honestly, and I could be wrong. If anyone has any DD that they'd love to share, please drop it in the comment section. Love to be able to share it with the rest of the community. But I just think that these were shares that were borrowed, not necessarily shorted into the market, but I think that they simply just returned them because they didn't want to pay that cost to borrow fee anymore, especially with it being so high. I mean, shoot, I think what was it? ATER, their cost to borrow max is like 260 something percent. I mean, who would want to pay that over year over year? That's ridiculous. So anyway, that's pretty much where Ortex is standing right now. If you guys are looking to enter into the position specifically with BBIG, the Notorious BBIG, I'd be looking around this level of support. I mean, we've bounced off of it. It used to be a level of resistance, and it's been a level of support basically since the 3rd of September. So I would use this as kind of that entry point if you're looking to get in, around $7.75. It's not really going to do you any harm to get in there, especially because we are still following, even though we did have a little bit of a sell-off here. Let's see, starting on the 13th. I mean, we're still following an ascending level of support. as you guys can see right here. So what you look for when you're looking for these ascending levels and levels of resistance and support is 3 or more touch points. So if you have any candles that are closing within those ranges, that's what you look for in order to differentiate what good levels of entrance are versus when you need to exit, or when you need to buy in. So that'll pretty much wrap it up for this. You guys know what to do. Mentioned it earlier. Hit that like, smash that subscribe. If you have any comments, leave them in that comment section below, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.